Yeah, Priyadurga ma'am, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. Though the world has been rocked by COVID-19 pandemic, this tough time gives us the opportunity to practice resilience. Resilience is all about being able to overcome the unexpected. When you practice resilience, make note of two things. Remember that you are doing on your own, but don't forget that you are not alone. Resilience is a process that is supported by hope, your inner strength, perseverance, the involvement, good care of yourself, and the support to others. With this positive note, let's move on. Distinguished guest of today's session, participants from teaching fraternity, and my dear students, good morning to one and all. I'm Dr. Priya Durga, Faculty of Management, Kalasalingam Business School. On behalf of Kalasalingam Business School, CARE, I would like to welcome you all for the webinar on You Are Not Alone. It's time to extend the warm welcome. I kindly invite Dr. R. Vijay, Deputy Dean, Kalasalingam Business School and Head of the Department, Business Administration, to welcome the invitees of this webinar.
Thank you, Dr. Priyadurga. Good morning to everyone. Hope all of you are doing good. So, on behalf of Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education, and on behalf of Kalasalingam Business School and National Service Scheme of CARE, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all for this session, for this webinar. It's a very interesting session, and we have a very interesting person with us, Ms. Sneha Mohandas, philanthropist, founder Food Bank India, and You're Not Alone. Welcome, Sneha ma'am, to this webinar, and it's a pleasure to have you over. Welcome to this session, and thank you for giving your time. It's a pleasure having you with me. And I would like to welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I would like to welcome the coordinator of National Service Scheme of CARE, Dr. Perumal, here with us. Welcome, sir. And
thank you,
I welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Pleasure, sir, to have you. Thank you. And it's a pleasure for me to welcome my colleague, Ramya ma'am, and all my colleagues from HOD MSW, Ms. Ramya ma'am, over here, who's co-hosting this session along with me. Welcome you, ma'am, and welcome the team of Kalasalingam Business School, who's working behind the session in integrating. And I welcome the participants who are here today with us. It's a pleasure to have you over. So when we thought about the times where we were going in and with all this, we thought we'll have this session exclusively for you. So we have a wonderful guest who's the right person to address on this particular topic. She'll be sharing her journey and she'll be very happy to answer the queries. We are all here to answer your queries also. So please interact with us and put your queries in the chat. Once we, wherever the question comes up or after this interaction with Sneha ma'am, we'll be taking up the queries and you can ask any general questions what you have at the back of your mind. So this is going to be a very different session, just not talking and speaking. It is more on reaching out to you and making you feel comfortable and wherever possible in our own strengths, what we can do for you. So having said that, once again, a very warm welcome to everybody over here, inside CARE and outside CARE. We have a very mixed audience. We have people from North as well as from South and everyone. I could see the profile in the chat box. So we'll take it forward from here and a very warm welcome and a very good morning. I'm sure we're going to have a rocking day today. Thank you. Over to you, Priyadurga. Priyadurga?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for such a warm welcome. So, dear participants, join here with us a distinguished guest as the speaker of the session, Sneha Mohandas, philanthropist, founded Food Bank. Sneha Mohandas belongs to Chennai, who started a mission for a hunger-free nation through a Facebook page called Food Bank India in the year 2015. In the beginning, it was just her and 10 to 15 volunteers in the food bank group. Now there are 18 plus chapters across India taking her as an inspiration. The team has spread their wings beyond geography and have launched in South Africa, which is coordinated by the local volunteers of the country. She spread happiness through her goodness just by not feeding the poor by herself, but also inspired many across the world to do the same. The work she has been doing for the last 5 years has spared many poor souls going to sleep without a meal. Her team also worked in many natural disasters like floods, cyclones, etc. She was recognized globally and awarded in Nestle Maggie's Inspiring Women series and Hersey Real Heroes series. She has many more inspiring Young Women Achiever Award and Mega Achievers Award to her name. She's still continuing her selfless service with her 1-year-old kid without taking break and spreading her love across homeless people and setting an example for many women. It's a selfless service that made many of them proud as she was the first ever women achiever to handle the social media account of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi during 2020 Women's Day. During this pandemic, Sneha and her team has reached many people who were in distress to help them with food, groceries, and other needed support. Yes, Food Bank is on their wheels for last 100 plus days continuously and have provided 1 lakh plus needed items. There are also calls from Greater Chennai Corporation for which Sneha and her team reaches immediately to address the issues of people in need. We have here such an eminent person. We welcome you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's really an energetic morning, actually. So I'm not a morning person, actually, but still I wanted to make this session. And thank you so much, Vijay ma'am, for making this happen. And thanks to the management as well. It's a great opportunity, I would say, to share my experience as well as my new initiative about You Are Not Alone. So talking about, I'll start from Food Bank. So where I started from. So Food Bank was being started in the year of 2015 before Chennai flood. So that was my first initiative for homeless people, exclusively for the homeless people. So we do have a charity kind of NGOs, working for cancers, working for educations, everything. But I still found there was no proper NGO to work for the homeless people as well as for the hunger. Because considering to the other country, India is the topmost country who have certain statistics of a hunger. So I thought, okay, I can start something on feeding the homeless. So we started with one or two volunteers basically in Chennai, and it was totally got viral through Facebook actually. So what I was doing is I used to go for a food drive where I can cook extra food at my home, and I pack and just go with my friend, one or two people, not even my volunteers. So I started posting a pictures that whatever we do the activities. Initially, it was like criticizing because it was very new to people to see such things on social media. We used to see many positive things or maybe our selfies, and that was the time I'm talking about 2015. So that time was like posting our whatever our personal and everything, but seeing such pictures giving food for the needy, and it was being criticized by everyone. So people started thinking that I was doing it for my own publicity or what I'm trying to do. So that was the time I got depressed, but I made sure I should not stop anything, because you see, whenever we get depressed or when we get less amount of stress, it will make us to do something better and more. So that is what it's all about, this 5 years journey, I would say. And recently on Women's Day, I got the opportunity to handle Prime Minister's Twitter account. So less amount of stress, less amount of depression will lead you to achieve something. And I just want to make this loud. So people think that, depressed people or stressed people will go down in their life and they think nothing is possible. And some of the people would even think about suicidal things. So that was the reason my new initiative have been started, You Are Not Alone. So it was being launched on 12th July. It's been quite 2 to 3 weeks only. Yes, it was being launched by Kamal Hassan, actor Kamal Hassan, in his Twitter page, and we do have so much of celebrities and politicians, common public, everyone. We got them on the board to talk about depression, because we live in a society where we keeps talking about, uh, you know it's, I don't say it's a negative thing, but still what we see actually, for example, if you take it Facebook or a social media, we usually see, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling great, but we know the truth. Like, everybody can't be happy for 24 by 7. So we want people to talk about the depression. We want to we want to make people to come out and talk about what they have, their problems, so that they can share with everyone. So our basic motto on You Are Not Alone is like, you know, we want people to come out and talk with us, and that will be, maybe it's not giving us a solution, but still we try to help them what they undergoes, maybe what they want to do in their life. And we have a panel of doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, so they help them, and without any charging fee. So that is what our initiate about You Are Not Alone. So far, it's been only quite few days, but we have received so much of requirements asking about the consultations, or to talk about everything. So we are getting so much of request on that. And I want to share a few more details on this, so people can understand what we actually do and what you can do. Maybe this can help you in, in your personal life or whatever. So on WHO, there are 264 million people die due to depression, and more than 800 people die every year. And we don't have a particular age, so there is no particular gender. So we can't say only, we can't say only this people can be depressed, or only small children. Even the small children get affected due to, depression, stress, and yes, that have lead them to suicidal thoughts as well. So we recently came across one case, and one guy who tried to attempt suicide just because he couldn't get his favorite. Hello.
Yes, Neha, we can hear you.
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, Neha. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Sneha.
Yeah, I think some network issue. Sorry,
Yeah,
once.
not a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was talking about, we came to know that 8th standard guy who tried to attempt suicide just because he couldn't get his PlayStation, which was very shocking. And the mother came to us, and she was asking for counseling for the kid. I was like, we can help. I mean, I was like, what does he tried? That was our first question. Her mother was literally like, she was crying, and she said, we couldn't get, because we were already struggling in this pandemic, and we have already got him whatever he.
think Sneha, think there is some network issue.
Sorry, hello.
No, no issues. Please continue.
Yeah,
Please continue.
yeah. So yes, so we get similar stories like this, and finding a solution. We can't give a solution because it depends on people who are undergoing it, because we can't say what is the solution for them, because we are not living in their life, and of course they feel more pain, and we can say easily, see, we can give so much of counseling, any doctors can speak, any psychiatrist can speak, any psychologist can speak. End of the day, it is within our hand, like how we handle such things. So less amount of stress can lead you to achieve more. So I personally feel that I have undergone everything in my life. It could be my mom's recently she has passed away, and she was my backbone. Yes, I was into the depression stage where I felt I was no more, and I left out alone. And there was so much of emotions, so much of battle inside me. Though I am a strong woman, my mom raised up like such a strong woman, I still feel low whenever I feel she's not with me. But they came to a point, she has given me so much for to stand alone, to achieve something, and to speak about mental depression or whatever. Maybe this is also my turning point, where my mom's loss was not made me to go down, or make myself to stay where I am. But my first I don't say it as an achievement, but I felt like encouraging thing when I got an opportunity to handle Prime Minister Modi ji's account. So that was the first thing. um, I the thing which boosted me to do something, or whatever. It can be anything, any small thing. It's all about gratitude, how we feel. Anything, it could be a small thing which is more close to your heart, or to whatever you feel actually. So people used to ask how to make our mental health superpower, because everyone will feel low every time. So it's not just you can't say it's a small problem or a big problem. It could be anything. For a homemaker, what dish or what menu is supposed to do on routine days, that could be also a depression or stress. So sometimes somewhere people can feel low, and we keep on getting such inquiries. How can we keep our mind strong or whatever? We have the doctors have given such patterns, but it's not like what others say and what we do. We have to feel ourselves. We have to find our own happiness. We have to find what can make you even more powerful. So taking care of your body, so it can be a small thing, anything, whatever, health related, or the way you eat, the way habit of eating or habit of spending time, and setting boundaries, valuing yourself, celebrating small things, participating, practicing forgiveness and kindness, and expressing gratitude. So this is what the basic steps can be followed by every people. But it's all within us how we take it forward, or how we go through it, and how we come out of it. So you are not alone as a team. Where based with the volunteers and doctors, like psychiatrists and psychologists. We have helpline numbers, and we do have in social media where people can come out and reach us. They can talk, they can inquire, or they can get counsel by themselves. And we make sure all the things are kept in privacy, and we try to give solution, but end of the day we make them to get their own solution. So this is all about you are not alone.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you. We invite all queries from the audience because she's there for us and we are also there to interact. So, just a few questions from my side since you've been sharing. I know that you've been very humble when you say that you've not done much, but I know how you've grown and what are the things you're doing and what difference you make to people. I think hunger is the most important thing for existence of a mankind. You've been doing a lot of thing. Can you give us some uh, some experience which has actually moved you during this journey so many years, one or two
Definitely.
experience which has moved you in this
I
journey?
have, yeah, I have vast experience since, it's been 5 years. Every day is like, every day when I step out to feed the needy or, to go for the drive, I get different experience. I could share one such incident. It's very, very close to me. It could be on this pandemic, first lockdown. So we were into our food distribution, and it was on Marina Beach side road. So we were on full swing with distribution. That was the time where not a single vehicle is allowed. So it was on very strict process, and we have permission. We can go around and we feed the people. So I could see so much of people on the Marina Beach side when that was our usual driving spot, as I mean, in and around Chennai. And what happened once I was, feeding the people, the one who were sitting on the pathway, I could see some guy with a pose of seeing like this. I was like, my volunteer asked, can we go and give the food for him? She asked. I said, I think he's taking some rest. I'm not whether sure he's hungry or not. So that was my first, um, assumption or whatever. But I thought, okay, maybe I can check with him. So I went and approached, and he was holding a biscuit cover. Actually, it's not a phone. I thought he's seeing some phone or whatever. He was holding a biscuit cover with one or two piece of biscuit where he thinks whether he can eat or not. When I went and gave the food, he was crying. All the tears were falling into the food. That made me really moved because he was on damn hungry, and he was damn hungry, and he was not ready to eat that biscuit because he can't have for the next time, maybe for the next day. So that was the see, we people are very blessed. I told about a gratitude thing. So we people are really blessed with shelters, good food, daily clothes, everything, but we still feel low. We still feel we don't have nothing. There are hell amount of people, there is no proper food, there is no proper shelter. You can go and see in the outside. There are so much of people have increased in this pandemic. So it was like we started our drive on very first day of the lockdown. So we thought we had only 100 plus food packets with us on a regular basis. That is what we do. So what we thought, will be sufficient, though it is still, it's a first lockdown, and we are not very sure how many people are really need of food or whatever. But we had like so much of people coming on and asking for the food, but they are not homeless, where they couldn't go anywhere, like guest workers, migrant. So that was the time we came to know there are so much of people struggling without a proper meal. Even people with uh, car and house, still they couldn't get a proper meal. That is the very truth, whatever is happening today.
Wonderful, wonderful. What you said is absolutely right. We keep cribbing about what we don't have. There are, I mean, whatever we have, somebody else is, seeking that.
Yes, definitely, ma'am.
So I
Yes.
think that's wonderful sharing. And to talk more about You're Not Alone, where we are
Mm.
on. So can you, when you've interacted, I know that you've started the movement and you've had a lot of interaction with people who are, depressed. There is one question from
Mm.
the audience. What are
Yeah.
the symptoms of chronic depression? Is what they ask. So yeah, adding to that, I also have a question. So we have personal issues. Every human being will be having a personal issue, or there might be a physical ailment by which we are, we don't feel comfortable, we feel depressed, and there is mental health issue. So I think this is the right question. What are the symptoms of chronic depression? When we feel low, it is not depression, is it not? So I
It's
would like.
very common actually, but yeah. See, we think depression means you will, you want to talk with everyone, or you will go and sit in the room, you will lock yourself. Not actually. It's a basic thing. You never get sleep, and you don't, the basic thing starts like that. You will start feeling low, and you can't complete your task. It could be, eating also. If the lunchtime is for you is at 2 o'clock, you might push to 4 o'clock. So that is also a kind of, symptoms or whatever. The amount of sleeping, the sleeping time may differ. The way we respond to our fellow people, the way we get anger, or with the way we speak, this is all the symptoms. But we still see, this is very common. You know what, the the biggest pandemic we are yet to see is depression, but we couldn't know this. So this is the time we were started talking about it. It's already with us, maybe you, me, everyone. But the amount of stress can be can be to the disaster maybe. So yes, the less amount of stress can make you to, can motivate yourself. It's up to us on what level you want to maintain to make it as a disaster or to achieve your goal. So it's very common.
Yeah, what you're saying is everybody will be low, but there are different symptoms for different people, and we have to really, first realize that something is
Yes,
wrong, and then
yes,
be
yes,
silent. I think
exactly.
Savita ma'am, I think we have answered your question. One more question from Charles, actually. Could you please list out the symptoms of bipolar disorder?
Actually, I should connect some psychologist or psychiatrist with me. Though our initiative to pull all the people, see, I'm really not about into this. So maybe I should connect a psychologist or psychiatrist. Major thing about you are not alone who are coming like this. So that is all my knowledge is about this thing. So maybe I can connect with them and answer her question, his question.
This is a very, very medical and psychological
Yes.
question. We are not really. So,
I'm
in
just a
case
common.
you do a wonderful
Yeah.
job, because people will not be able to connect straight away, or they may have apprehensions of, especially with relating to, mental health. They might have apprehensions as to, if we have a fever or cold, we don't hesitate to go to a doctor,
Yes.
but they might
Yes.
have their own apprehension based on where they
Yes.
come. Even I might have apprehension. First thing, I will never go to a psychologist. First of all, I will not
Yes.
acknowledge to
Yeah.
myself that there is
Yes.
something wrong with me, right? To go to a
See,
psychiatrist.
people are not opening up even with their family and friends.
Yeah.
So we came across such, a case again. I received a message in Twitter like a girl is, was being sexual harassed by his own uncle. So she couldn't open up that. She couldn't open up with his parents, with her, parents and her sister, and not even to her mother. She was on the same thought process how to deal with it, and she got into me in the messenger, and I immediately called her. Once she stated that I have been abused sexually, I called her and I asked who is doing all this, and I was really shocked about that is her own chitapa, where like a father kind of thing, he is abusing his own daughter. I was literally got into shock, and I was asked what was your reaction. Her reaction, ma'am, எனக்கு என்ன பண்ணோன்னு தெரியல. Because his father kind of, he's in such a position, she couldn't open up, where a family can put into a big problem or trouble. I said, if you stop doing this, if this is kind of encouraging, so you're not making him that he is doing wrong. So you supposed to open up. I immediately asked her to give the phone to her mother. I spoke to her, and I revealed that what is going on in her family. So she was got into such freeze zone, because she never believed. She was asking, she's kept on the call and she's asking her doctor, என்னம்மா சொல்றாங்க இவங்க, என்ன சொல்றாங்க, உண்மையா இதெல்லாம், உண்மையா, நீ ஏன் என்கிட்ட சொல்லல? She started shouting. I'm hearing all that noise. என்ன சொல்ற நீ, இது அப்பவே சொல்லி இருக்கணும். So people are not even girls. I'm not even girls. I'm talking about not the sexual harassment only, faced by the girls, even for the men's, whatever. But we have to open up. We have to get that courage. Unless and until you're not wrong, you can just make a scream. So that is what my first thing I will say. So it's not like what people will think and how you will be, and what judgmental questions will be. That is not a thing actually. So I was, that was the I don't know how to express myself. That was the huge relief I got when I told her mother, and that was being sorted immediately, and that guy put into the trouble actually. So that was the different experience we had.
Okay, thank you, Sneha. That's really amazing because see, there are many. This is very difficult and personalized, reasons. Sometimes it comes without reasons. We need to
Yes.
identify. So I think as a person, as an individual, I think we need to identify that something is wrong whenever we feel low. When we start feeling low, I think Sneha madam here has actually said how she came out of that. So one thing is looking at the society, so many people need our help. Please understand that
Definitely.
we are needed somewhere. When we feel that we are needed, I think we become very resilient and come out. That's wonderful.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and
So
yeah, one more question from Savita ma'am again. What suggestion would you give it to people who do not have a supportive family?
do not
Have a
support.
supportive family. Families, if there is a supportive
Yeah.
family, you become resilient. So if
See,
you don't have, yeah.
yeah. So I personally will say, it's all about self motivating. So how much ever you self motivate, you self care, and you self pamper yourself, because end of the day it's going to be only you. So that is how I feel, because there was a time where my family didn't support whatever I was doing, because I'm the kid where been very pampered. I'm not allowed to go out on my way. I mean, I was put into be a very pampered kid. So I didn't get enough support from my family to whatever my my goal or my way of taking my life. So it was not on my hands. So I wanted to be dependent on my family at some point, and where I got independent with my individual thought. So that was the time where I didn't get enough of support from my family, but I made sure I self motivated myself. I proved them that what I'm trying to do. So I made them to believe actually. So if not you, who will going to believe you? That is what my question is. So I feel the self motivating is very important. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're a good example of that. And now I think everybody appreciates you have a bigger family now, which
Definitely,
appreciates you.
ma'am.
Mm.
Thank you. And I also feel, since the question is came from from women, I would like to say a few things. So there are some point where women. I mean, if she is married, or if she has some kid, it doesn't mean she can stop it from there. It doesn't mean she can, she can't dream, she can't do her whatever her individual stuff or her wish or whatever. We have to make sure. See, even family is very important, and our our ambition or whatever the wish, it's not that you should let all the dreams for your families. You have to balance. I have been raised with so much of question, how can you manage with your baby, how can you manage. And there were people were saying me, this girl will stop doing it when she get married. So I heard it. இந்த பொண்ணு என்ன கல்யாணம் பண்ற வரைக்கும் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவாளா, அதுக்கப்புறம் சும்மா வீட்டுல தான் உட்காருவா. So I was been to this such talks. So that made me even to go forward. So I was taking all the criticism, all the negative things into a positive sign. Whenever people criticize or they put me low, I make sure I give them double. So that self motivation is very important, self determination or strong, and how we personally feel how bold or strong you are. Whenever I feel low, and I'll stand in front of mirror and I'll talk to me, and I feel proud of myself. So that is my small
Absolutely,
tips.
absolutely. Yeah, the more you prove yourself. I think that is the best revenge. Somebody says that people who
Yes,
are talking, if you feel very, I'm not saying that people should have revenge, but if you feel sometimes, internally we have to agree. We feel
yes,
very,
yes,
very happy, when we
yes,
prove ourselves. Wonderful, and you're a
definitely.
wonderful example of that.
Thank you.
Um, and there is one more question from Mr. Charles. Uh, I work in women's institution. The difficult thing I have been facing is ego among the students regarding their personality, financial condition, academic achievement. Suggest some technique to create intimacy among them, ma'am.
Okay. Ego is very common thing actually. So, see, there is a say in Tamil தெரியல maybe பெண்களுக்கு பெண்கள் தான் எதிரி. They will say something like, but it's not actually. See, we are the women who can raise another woman also. So there is also a say, a women one who lift another woman, she's a superwoman. So that is how we can encourage. So as a staff or faculty, maybe sir, you can encourage those women to become a superwoman. So once we started our teaching people how to lift another woman, that is a great achievement can any other women can do. It can be, see, giving a small compliment also. If I say, Vijay ma'am, you're looking pretty in this blue sari, that is also a kind of a gesture where you're lifting another woman. It's not like you want to stand with them or you want to travel with your journey to achieve their goals or whatever. Just giving a small gesture and kind words, talking to them, or making make them to feel better. So that is also a thing. So I would suggest to do this technique.
Absolutely, Sneha, you're right. Charles, sir, if I may add on, because I've been in two decades seeing the students. As she said rightly, you identify a particular woman who will be a superwoman, who can speak to them, and I think men are very, very, very good in that, because
Yes,
whomever in my journey, whoever has empowered me are men. So I think men can do a beautiful job of empowering women. So the
definitely.
best thing is, I've had uh, two people who empowered me, probably the three people down right from the family who has empowered me, and because of which I'm here. This is my personal journey which I'm sharing to you, to add on to Sneha. So all of them are men,
Definitely.
of course.
Yes, definitely. In my
Mother,
case
sister,
also.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So all
in
that
my
is there.
case also,
Yeah.
my
So
husband
she,
is my backbone.
I
So
wanted you to say that because
yes, I
Sabrish
know
is
that.
there. Is because men are the people who empower women. So you need not feel that it's wonderful that you are in the women's institution and you understand what actually you've identified. So I think you are the best people to empower them. Identify one person who will not exactly complimenting, sir. It is just identifying and empowering. We need not say
Yeah.
that you're good, and things like that.
Mm.
Give them some kind of empowerment, and I mean, they will raise up like anything. The more you trust them, the more you empower them. In the sense, it's just not saying that, madam just gave an example of looking
Yeah.
good. Every time you're
Yeah.
going to tell me looking good,
Yeah.
I
It
will
can
get
be.
suspicious. Okay,
Yeah.
men are going to tell me. So it's just not complimenting. It is complimenting on their actions.
Actually,
And
yeah.
when
Exactly. That is what I'm saying.
yeah, exactly, and encouraging them and identifying that women whom you feel will empower another women, who will be empathetic to another women. So I think that way you can manage the women crowd in institution.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would have helped you, Charles, sir. Okay, I think there are a lot of compliments, Neha ma'am, for you for the
Thank
session.
you. Thank you
Okay,
so
and
much.
see, how would you, in this pandemic, especially, since we are talking about you are alone, there is a difference between being lonely and being alone.
Yeah.
So, how was this condition actually affected people? Have you seen this, this social distancing and other things
Yeah.
from your
Yeah.
experience? You've been interacting with a lot of people, I know.
Yes.
So, this condition of just being, feeling lonely, how has it affected mental health, and how do
Yeah.
people get
Sure.
over?
I recently got a case 2 days back. A differently abled guy. So he is a bachelor where he was staying with his roommates, close to 5 or 4 members. So I got a message, ma'am, I'm feeling low. I'm a differently abled guy, so I couldn't move anywhere. So I supposed to sit in my room. I work in IT. So my working shift is like morning to 6 o'clock. So I don't find any difficulty in that. But I really feel alone on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. I'm trying to do whatever the way possible. I'm going Google, YouTube, whatever. But still, I feel alone. So that was that guy thing. And again, we got another request where a bunch of people in her house, and she's a mother of 2 kids, and she's saying I feel alone. So it's not about the surroundings, they're not about the people who you're with. I mean, it's all about ourselves. So you have to find, I mean, it's not about the alone, it's not about the person or interact with them or whatever. The way you express your the feel, that mother was like, I was like, why you're feeling alone? I mean, you're already packed with your kids activity so much, and the thing, she couldn't spend time for herself. She couldn't get time for pamper herself. So that made to feel her alone. And she was like, I'm taking care of everyone, but no one is taking care of me. So I said, come on, you're the person, you're lifting everyone and you're the key person for them. So it's not that you're not alone, you're making everyone together and you're giving such power to not feel someone alone. So you're in that position. And this guy again, he have been to such an inspiration to many, for his roommates. So everybody got inspired by that guy, and still he feel low. So I was telling, sir, you have been into such position. He's some manager, it seems, in IT company, differently abled guy. So see, it's all about ourselves, how we are feeling and how we take it. You know, that is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Absolutely. To add on, I would say that if you're going to try and please everybody, emphasize to make everybody happy, you're going to feel more and more depressed. So, first of all, I think we should make ourselves happy, which is very, very important. You are important.
Yes.
You are that. I think that is exactly what Sneha ma'am has actually proposed, is saying that you are not alone. The word you is
Yes.
very, 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 very important. Your happiness matters. Your passion matters. You are very important. And most of the time, we are alone with ourselves, right? So it doesn't mean that don't feel lonely is what she madam is telling. It's not about people. It's not about people around you. It's not about what you do. It is what you think in your mind. Very rightly put, madam. And
Thank you.
it's a wonderful actually starting this session with you.
Thank you,
So
ma'am. My
really
pleasure.
wonderful. So if you have any questions, we can take over. Meanwhile, I think Ramya ma'am, it is your topic, right? So words. I think Chaitanya Sai has raised the hands. Uh, wants to speak. I'm not sure. Uh, Ramkumar sir, I see a raised hand. Probably somebody wants to interact.
Yes, ma'am, I can check.
I saw Satyamurthy sir or Ramkumar sir. Can you help out?
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody raised the hands. No. Okay, I think by mistake. Yeah, Ramya ma'am, can you please add on? Is Ramya ma'am free? Head of
Yes, ma'am, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for the enlightening session, Sneha, ma'am. It's
Thank you.
indeed thank you. It's my pleasure, ma'am. It's indeed you are not alone means it's the right phrase which we need to keep in mind in these days, because you are not alone means you the best partner for you is yourself. That is the main point which we have to keep in mind nowadays. Talk to yourself more. If you don't have a best companion, talk to yourself more. Be confident. Take the all the motivational insights from all the models or leaders, whoever you find them right. Keep them in mind and work towards what is needed. Perseverance and also the perception is the right thing which is needed in this time of or in this pandemic situation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
you. And anyone else? Any questions?
So yeah, ma'am. So if anyone want to connect with us, and we can, we can put them into, I mean, for the counseling or whatever, they can get into touch with us. Like we are in Facebook with the You Are Not Alone page and group. We are also in Twitter. You Are Not Alone. We can, I mean, they can search in the Twitter also, and we do have a helpline number. I'll also share you that.
Yeah.
1 second. I have to go back and get the number 1 second. So the number is 73977 79377.
739.
73977 79377. So this is the helpline number.
Yeah, I think Sabrish sir has
Yes.
shared. Wonderful.
Yes. So they
That's
can get in touch. Yes. So they can get in touch with us. So we can connect them to the psychiatrist or psychologist, and even to the, counselor. So they will be available for 24/7.
yeah, and I've also shared my email ID from Kalaslingam Business School. Any queries, anything, you can also write to us or email to us. We'll always connect to Sneha ma'am or help you out on anything what we can do from our side. Just to
Definitely.
just to add on to what you said. See, I've spent 2 decades in educational field and in business department doing a lot of consulting, and the kind of you're not alone and depression what she was talking about, see a lot in students because there is a lot of question mark, there are setbacks in the plans, especially UG students don't know what to do. Offers have come in but still not unable to join, and there is a big question mark about the future. What do we do in this situation where probably some of you have got offer letters, but it has been put on hold. We don't know when it will be. Some of you would have thought we'll try out for a job after the graduation, first time graduates would be there. So this situation can be really depressing for those students. This is the right time to upskill yourself, whether you're working, whether you're an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, again, there will be a challenging time. You have to keep quiet till the pandemic is over. If you can't do anything about it, just don't think about tomorrow so much. This is the right time to upskill, to upgrade yourself, do some short-term courses, anything with regard to education. I've shared my email ID, you can share. It is not any kind of advertisement. If we can help out, we can help out, or we will direct you. From the educational point of view, want to have a short time course where you feel that whether you need some counseling, we have a social work department also where they can counsel you into the courses, or put you. We have Sneha ma'am's number if you are really want some help out on mental health. So reach out to us. Sometimes we don't know the right time. You have to reach out. You have to speak out, and I think this is the right time for us to upskill. So many of us don't know what to do. There is a long waiting time. What else can we do? Don't think so much about tomorrow. Just think about today. Some of the teaching fraternity has been very resilient in this because all these depressions and all these problems are there in anybody's life. So you know, the only thing is how we get over it, and be resilient in this need. Don't think too much about anything. Today, take one day at a time. And when there are students, try to upskill, do short term courses, get into a PG degree. Wait for 2 years, get into your job. If you have finished your 12th, there are many avenues open. So don't get lonely, depressed. For everything there is a solution, and you are the most important person. Keep yourself happy. If you really find low, reach out to people, like what Sneha ma'am has just given a number. She's one number out. Or if you want, really you don't know what to do, you want to upskill, you can reach out to us, because we are in the education field. We'll be able to guide you better in terms of this. I think Sneha ma'am, any last
Yeah.
final before we hand over the session to
Yes,
Priyadurga?
ma'am. Definitely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I would give a small tips. Make someone happy so you can get it back in return. So keeping everyone happy is the biggest gift where a God has given for us as a human being. So try to help as much as possible, and try not to waste food. Also, I have to tell about my first initiative. So please don't waste food. So much of people are really struggling in this pandemic. So I request people to not waste food. Try to feed at least one hunger at any basis, monthly, or at least for a year. So bring a habit of feeding a homeless people or hungry people. Share your food. Thank you so much. And definitely, you are not alone. Let's fight against hunger, and let's fight against mental breakdown.
Um, Actually, thank you, Sneha. Just to end, Sneha is a wonderful person. She's the same way as I've seen her for the first time, and till now. And this sometimes we have to say, right? She might not like it. I don't know, but she's achieved so much. But there's no. So it's not easy, and not every woman got a chance to handle PM Modi's account, and will not be given. So she's been humble and she's not changed. It's wonderful to have you, and
Thank
I
you, ma'am.
thank my management who's given this opportunity to chair this session, and it's been wonderful to chair the session along with you. Actually, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and over to you, Priyadurga madam, for the next agenda. Thank you so much. Priyadurga madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And now I kindly invite Dr. P. Perumal, NSS Coordinator, Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education, to propose the vote. Thank
Thank you, Priya Madam.
you. Yes.
Glad to morning to all. Myself, Dr. P. Perumal, NSS Coordinator, Kalaslingam Academy of Research and Education. Even though we all are suffer from COVID-19 lockdown period, this is a little happiness that we are gathered here of this You Are Not Alone program today. I thank our chief guest of today function, Ms. Sneha Mohan, founder Food Bank India, and You Are Not Alone. Accept our invitation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful and inspirational speech. Thank you once again, ma'am. In this occasion, I'm really thanks our management, Chancellor sir, Vice President sir, Vice Chancellor sir, and Register sir, Dr. R. Viji, Deputy Dean, Kalaslingam Business School, and HOD Business Administration. Thank you, ma'am, to give an opportunity to organize this You Are Not Alone this program. In this occasion, I thanks Ms. Priya, HOD, Department of Social Work, to arrange this wonderful program. Thank you, ma'am. I really thanks our organizer and MBA faculty member and CARE faculty member. Last but not least, I thanks all who register the student in this event and make this event a successful one. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And dear all,